heaven forbid, pro-white or a pro-white voice out there, which I am,
But what the hell is pro-white? Like, what does that mean? Y'all have to really define what pro-white means. Because when you say that, it sounds like pro-white, but con everybody else, right? When we hear pro-black, we understand that means we love black people, we're 100% for black people, but we don't hate any other group of people. Matter of fact, black people are the only ones that have terms like, oh, they're invited to the cookout. We the only people inviting people to the cookout all the time. He get the N-word pass. She get the N-word pass. What other group of people have terms like that? We invite everybody. We're the only group of people that accept everybody, bro.
Damn. Set your alarm, earns you hungry.
You use the N-word regularly. In what context? Do you use it with black people?
Yes, if it's appropriate.
When would it be appropriate to use the N-word? When would it be appropriate?
Anytime I feel like it.
So you're an unashamed racist.
Correct.
You're not accountable for what you say if you're black. No more white guilt.
Yeah, I'll do it, Roman, while you do it.
All right. Get the f*** out of here, you stupid
running around in...
Hey, hold on, bro. Why is this dude sitting next to him just letting him do that? Ain't no way, bro. They know who to try this in front of. They're not gonna do this in front of the face of somebody they feel like could whoop their ass. Unless they was trying to rage bait them into doing something they know is illegal that would get them put in jail or something. I don't know, man. This is what's the word? Corny? No, what's a better word? Lame? I don't know, man.
Get out of here, you stupid
And he just as bad, bro. This dude right here is just as bad.
Running around in nails like this, running around in earrings like this, like you people fight every day. You seriously. They wear wigs that can be pulled out.
But my whole thing about this is she really took the time out to do this for free. Like, she really took the time out. This is what she really wants to be. You could say she was trying to be offensive. She was trying to rage bait. She was trying to get a reaction out of black people. Whatever. No, she was happy to do this. This is what she wants to be. Either that or she just lives a sad, miserable life with nothing going on. So she has to do this.
They put braids in their hair that could rip the rest of their hair out, and then they complain about having alopecia.
So lately, there's been a surge in racist content creators, and it seems like this problem is starting to grow more and more every single day. Not only is this content extremely pathetic, but it's only targeting one group of people, and I'm sure we can all guess who that is. You got it. Black people. All of this content follows the same formula every time. They target black people, they push stereotypes, and then they play victim when they're called out about it. So one excuse that a lot of these content creators use to justify their racism is freedom of speech. And they claim that their main goal is to give white people real freedom of speech, as if that doesn't already exist.
You are a racist then, are you?
Sure, I'll embrace that. If that means forwarding helping white people achieve freedom of speech, real freedom of speech, which, by the way, Shiloh Hendricks is being attacked on all fronts. They're trying to bring legal charges against her. They're trying to get her children taken away.
So, that's really what the movement's about. You call them to their face and you go about your day-to-day life. This is America. You're not going to starve me. You're not going to kill me. You're not going to scare me into not exercising my freedom of speech. I'm going to push the envelope as much as I can. I'm not inciting violence. When they
push the envelope, what does that mean, bro? So using the N-word, in your opinion, is pushing the envelope. That means you already think you're doing more than what's necessary. And I promise you, he's not walking up to no black person and saying it to their face. This is why you think he's in the car, bro. Why you think he hopped on the TikTok video in the safety of his car? This dude doesn't have the balls to say this to somebody's face. He could hop on the internet. He could hop in the comment section and troll and spread hate. But he does not have the balls to say this to anybody's face, bro. Man to man in person? No. No. Dog.
Chimp out, I call him a chimp. Shut up, dumbass.
If somebody wants to be a racist piece of shit, I think they should be able to. You want to go out and say the N-word? Go ahead.
Dude, could we all just stop fucking pretending we don't make these jokes in private? It's like, dude, I'm just someone who's fine with pushing the limits on free speech.
White people
pushing the limits
are every single bit justified in being racist. Every single bit justified, to the extent that that means going out of your way to avoid black people when you see them.
When they say that they're fighting for free speech, they're really only fighting for the freedom to be openly racist.
If someone paid you $100,000, would you leave America and go back to Africa? Let's say you had like
my nigga. Hey, this right here make me think he wants somebody to swing on him. Like, why would... All right, go ahead, Brad. Go ahead.
$100, would you leave America and go back to Africa? Let's say you had like 100 rats in like a, I don't know, in a cage, and 13 of those rats were causing 60% of the issues in that cage. What should we do with those 13 rats?
No, I need to see the conclusion of these videos. Look at homie, bruh. He is not fucking with none of this. Dog, I'm telling you, but this is lame as shit, man. This is corny. You look at this beautiful night. I'm pretty sure it's women outside. I'm pretty sure it's good times to be had. But this is what you choose to do. And you gotta think too, bro. If he didn't have this type of content, what would his content be about? This is an obsession, bro. Like, dog, you can make content about literally anything, any niche, you're gonna have an audience. But this is what you chose. Without us, you wouldn't have any content then. If you really think about it, if you didn't have us, no content. You would just be a loser that get no bitches. That's what you would be.
What should we do with those 13 rats?
This is the type of content that they want to be able to put out with no consequences behind it. It's not about free speech. They just want to be able to put out hate speech directed towards us. Think about it. If it was truly about free speech, then they would defend free speech for everyone, not just racist speech from white content creators. Notice how they never show up when a black creator is silenced or mass reported. Their movement only activates when somebody loses their right to say the N-word or is being reprimanded for racist behavior. And a perfect example of this is the Charlie Kirk situation. When Charlie Kirk died, they didn't want you talking about him. You couldn't say anything negative. Freedom of speech went out the window.
So when you see someone... Clearly, freedom of speech was not freedom of consequence. And look, freedom of speech is part of the First Amendment, right? But what's the very next amendment right after the First Amendment? The Second Amendment. And what is the Second Amendment? The right to bear arms. Why you think they put that one right next to the first one? The right to bear arms could have easily been the third one. It could have been the fourth one. But they made it the second one. Why you think they did that? Right next to freedom of speech.
Celebrating Charlie's murder, call them out. And hell, call their employer. We don't believe in political violence, but we do believe in civility. And there was no civility in the celebration of political assassination.
Texas Tech student has been expelled after publicly celebrating Charlie Kirk's death with video of the incident going viral. The governor reposted the video, thanking the university for taking action. Texas Tech Board of Regents Chairman Cody Campbell reposted the governor's statement saying, quote, "We are proud of our values and are not afraid to stand up for them."
But when it comes to us and shaming black people and talking about us in a negative light, freedom of speech is back on again. They call it free speech because them coming out and saying how much they enjoy attacking black people doesn't sound heroic enough. So they rebranded harassment as patriotism. They rebranded hate speech as courage and racism as activism. If they really cared about freedom of speech, then you wouldn't see them hiding behind edited clips. You wouldn't see them hiding behind hand-picked guests that they have coming on their show to push their hateful rhetoric, and they wouldn't be hiding behind disrespectful setups. The only thing that they want is an easy target. With this clip that I showed you earlier, right? The white white guy is a hand-picked guest. They already know the type of behavior that he shows on his own platform, and they already know that he's gonna show that same behavior on their platform, and he's even encouraged to do so. But the reason why this is a setup is because the women that are around him are unfamiliar with who he is, so they don't know what they're walking into. Imagine how much self-hate you have to be dealing with to allow somebody outside of the culture to come onto your platform to spit hateful rhetoric about your own people. It's shameful. And honestly, it wasn't even funny. And I find a lot of things funny. And not only that, but he's disrespecting you too on your own platform. Those women didn't do anything to deserve that. And that's another point. They usually only pick on women. Yeah, they'll have a few altercations with guys every now and then, but majority of the time, it's only women. They are right about freedom of speech laws in this country, but what they don't seem to understand is just because you have freedom of speech does not mean you are free from the consequences that come behind it. And then when they're met with those said consequences, now they want to cry and play victim.
So yes, I have officially been demonetized on YouTube, which was my sole form of income. Aside from a few tiny little outlets here and there, YouTube, my main money maker. And I'm kind of stupid. I don't have a 5-year plan. I don't plan ahead. I live in the moment. I put it all out there. I'm an open book. I live with my heart on my sleeve. You know, if I say something, I mean it. They're trying to keep a real down. They're trying to keep a real down. That's what they're trying to do because they cannot handle the truth. And this is just the facts. When you come speaking the truth about certain things, if you're raising racial awareness, let's say, if you are, heaven forbid, pro-white or a pro-white voice out there, which I am,
But what the hell is pro-white? Like, what does that mean? Like, y'all have to really define what pro-white means. Because when you say that, it sounds like pro-white, but con everybody else, right? When we hear pro-black, we understand that means we love black people. We're 100% for black people, but we don't hate any other group of people. Matter of fact, black people are the only ones that have terms like, oh, they're invited to the cookout. You know what I'm saying? What's another one? We the only people inviting people to the cookout all the time. He get the N-word pass. She get the N-word pass. Now, what other group of people have terms like that? We invite everybody. We're the only group of people that accept everybody, bro. You know what I'm saying? So when you hear pro-black, you hear people that are proud to be black. They're for black people, but they have nothing against other groups of people. But when we hear pro-white, what does that mean? What does that mean for everybody else? What does that mean to y'all? It sounds like it's something very aggressive against other people. That's what it sounds like, bro. They gotta define that. They gotta really define what does pro-white mean, dog. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro.
Always will be and will always influence my content no matter what it is. They will try to keep you down.
Nobody is trying to keep you down. You got punished for hate speech and racist content. I don't get this mindset of whenever you do something wrong and you get punished for that action, now it's, oh, they're trying to keep me down. They're trying to silence me. No, you just broke terms of service. They told you before you even join a platform what's allowed and what's not allowed. And you decided to go against that. You went out of your way and purposely wore blackface. You utter racial slurs in almost every video. You put out racist content daily. What did you think was gonna happen? Nobody's trying to keep you down. They're holding you accountable. And then they go as far as to trying to convince their own audience that there's this force that's against them trying to hold them back. It was all fun and games when you were on Piers Morgan and you were laughing about how racist you were and how you just say the N-word willingly, unprovoked. But now that you're being hit with consequences, it's a problem. And honestly, the only problem here is that YouTube took so long to demonetize your channel. This should have been happened a long time ago.
We just happen to be talking about it. We're just not lying. We're just telling the truth.
You gotta ask yourself, what would her content have been about if there was no black people for her to talk about? Any of these content creators that are the R word, right? What the hell would that content be about? What would they have to focus on? What would they have to obsess about? people that are living their life, dudes that can get women, they might have these feelings, but they not pressed about what we doing. They out there living their life. They out there getting women. They out there having fun. They working, making their money, and living their life. Not this. Like, come on, bro. Like, how long you think this took to do? How long did you think this took? Damn, am I saying that right? How long did you think she took to do this? It's took, right? Took. Man, whatever. Y'all get it.
This is pure manipulation and delusion, because I guarantee the next step is to request support from her fan base. You didn't follow the rules, and now you want your supporters to come bail you out. And that right there is white privilege at its finest.
Whether it's the press writing articles on us, videos getting taken down that other channels are not getting taken down and it's the same exact content or whatever it may be, Rumble getting hit, right, for free speech, video, like just get strikes, whatever it may be. Guys, it's gotten to the point now where even where we shoot the location doesn't want us to stay here. I mean, we've talked about this with Andrew at length. Like, people don't want you guys to get this message, dude.
Even Rumble's under attack too,
bro.
For everybody.
Yeah, they're trying to shut Rumble down.
I think at some point there was free speech where it was like, okay, you know what? Say what you got to say. We won't crucify you. But nowadays, free speech is kind of like, is it even a thing? I mean, not really.
Man, ain't nobody trying to hear that fake little sob story. Don't forget, these are the same people that treat women like this.
That's how that nigga talk like that, bro. I know the video was sped up, but
nowadays, free speech is kind of like, is it even a thing? I mean, not really.
Man, ain't nobody trying to hear that fake little...
Hey, man, I tried to watch Fresh and Fit when they first came out. And I don't know, I just never, like, I don't know, bro. I could never, like, get into them. I tried, bro. But this dude right here just always seemed like he was, like, a follower. And he didn't never really have, like, a mind of his own. Or he was always trying to seem cool. Or I don't know, man. I see clips of him on the internet. And every clip I see is just, like, a L. Like, dude, it's just a big capital L, bro. I don't know, bro. I'm not too familiar with the Fresh and Fit lore.
Story. Don't forget, these are the same people that treat women like this.
Yo! That's the behavior, so it is what it is. Well, I'm offended by a word. You are retarded. Who gives a They're behaving like it's true. Man. All right.
And it's the same people that allow other guests to come on a platform and disrespect women.
I was trying to dismiss you because you're a broke ass bitch who ain't get a babysitter who talking about you gotta go home to your kid. Nigga, go home to your little.
Man, DJ Academics was so much cooler when we didn't know what he looked like. When he was doing the One Chirac series back in like 2014, 2015, around that time, I had no idea what he looked like. But man, that shit was entertaining. But even back then, before I even realized it, even that was like corny. But it was entertaining though. And I had no idea what he looked like. But as soon as he came on the camera and started like doing whack ass stuff like this, like, man, bro, man, I don't know, bro. I don't know how I feel about DJ Academics, man.
Go to little nigga and go handle your business, nigga. Go handle your business, nigga. Go handle your business.
A lot of people fall for these content creators because they say the quiet part out loud. And a lot of people really agree with what they're saying, but they just don't have the courage to say it out loud themselves. Not only that, but they simplify complex problems like systematic racism, politics, history. They make it seem like it's one solution or it's one party that you could blame and all of it will go away. But that's never going to be the case, because at the end of the day, it's easier for them to just blame a specific group rather than trying to actually understand these issues. But at the end of the day, what people don't realize is this type of content has real world impacts. They influence political beliefs, they reinforce stereotypes, they fuel hate crimes, they normalize disrespect towards specific groups, in most cases it's black people, and they create environments where people think racism is just opinions. And the line between online content and offline violence is not theoretical, it's actually proven with data. At the end of the day, it's not entertainment, it's really just propaganda masked as personality.
I rock with bro. I like his video, man. I like his presentation. I like all that. Look, dog, Don't let these people rage bait you into having an emotional reaction. Because from some of these clips, it looks like that's what they wanted, was you to react emotionally. Like the clip where the dude was talking shit
You'll hate crimes.
talking shit out the car window, and the black dude was angry.
They normalize disrespect toward a specific group.
This right here, this clip right here, I'm pretty sure he said something to piss this dude off, and he's getting his chuckles off of ruining a black man's day. Do not let them do this to you, bro. They want to rage bait you into being emotional and doing something that's going to end you up in a losing position. Don't fall for it, because what does he have going on in life that he's happy about? Happy people don't do stuff like this. Only miserable people do stuff like this. Misery loves company. Don't be that company. But look, man, y'all like the video. L-I-K-E, like the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Y'all be safe. I'm out.
Bruh, you recording?